the improved mechanics such as the mask wipe, the feel of the weapons are now there and present in Metro 2033. And we've completely overhauled the outdoor environments as well. In the first game, our lighting engine was really good at doing interior lights, so kind of flickering candle lights and torch lights. Our outdoor areas were kind of a bit grey and flat and lifeless by comparison. They sort of had a bleak, eerie charm of their own. But with the new engine, we have global illumination. It gives us much more naturalistic lighting in the outdoor areas. We've kind of brightened it up a little bit. Reworked all of the textures. The next gen games are actually using all of the original PC high-res textures in most places, except in those instances where we've spruced them up.
Obviously, you can see the radiation. Because of the radiation, there are all sorts of creatures that you have to fight.
So this level is your primary threat are mutant creatures. So there are kind of little hints as to what they might have evolved from. We also have a very strong kind of human combat element in the game, and when faced against humans, it really turns into a much more kind of tactical shooter. We have a very strong stealth mechanic in there. Actually, you can see on his watch there at the moment, that blue bar is actually your light meter, which is pretty vital for stealth gameplay. So long as that light is out, you can't be seen. You're fully hidden. You can, by crouching, you can creep around, make less sounds, and get into some very tactical firefights with the human AI. The mutants are just a lot more aggressive. You can try and avoid them or take them down if you can.
If I remember correctly, you could also perform takedowns if you sneak behind enemies,
yeah,
right?
so again, that was one of the new improvements that we made. In the original game, you kind of had to cycle in quite a cumbersome way through your weapons to get to the knife for melee, and that could be really frustrating when you've got a pack of mutants leaping at your face. So we changed that for Last Light. We gave the player access to an instant melee, and then we also added stealth kills and takedowns, so you can creep up on enemies, either choose to kill them or knock them out. It's actually possible to play through the entire game of Last Light with only killing one person throughout the whole game. Pretty much all the levels are designed to allow you to take a lethal or a non-lethal route through the game. You can just see as Artyom is looking at his watch now. You got that beep as we went down to less than a minute. You then have to swap out the filter on your gas mask. As I said, you have all of this resource management in the game. So your torchlight is powered by a battery, but that will actually run out of juice over time. It's also used to power your night vision that you'll acquire later in the game. When that happens, you have to bring out this hand charger, and then you manually pump it up with the trigger. And some of the weapons in the game are these pneumatic weapons, and again the force of the projectile is determined by how much pressure's in the air tank, and the more you shoot, the dial will go down, and again you have to crank those up. So there's this real kind of like handmade feel in the game. The guns are all designed by our creative director, Croft. He's actually a mechanical engineer, so most of these weapons could conceivably be made in real life. Actually, on the subject of the weapons, you're not going to see it in this demo, but we've added this new weapon to the game sometime after Metro Last Light happened, and I love this story. A website in New Zealand ran a design a weapon competition for Metro Last Light, and they invited people to send in their designs. And the winning design was from this like 18-year-old design student in New Zealand, and he designed a shotgun made out of scavenged bicycle parts, and all the contraptions of the bicycle rotated the barrels around. Anyway, the guys on the website who hosted the competition said, "This is fantastic. Wouldn't it be amazing if Fort Ray released it as DLC for the game?" Well, I heard about this and sent it through to the team and said, "What do you reckon? Can we do it?" And they said, "Yeah, we think that would work."
Nice.
So they spent a ton of time actually building that. We were able to release it as some DLC, but now we've put that gun back in the main game.
So Redux contains all the DLC that was released?
So we've basically got these two standalone games. So 2033 and Metro Last Light. We're releasing them each individually as digital-only titles for I think a really fantastic price, $25 each. So kind of impulse territory. We hope for people to maybe at least try one, and if they like it, they can get the other, or you can get both of them together in Metro Redux, which is the combined box set.
Sure.
And 2033 didn't have a huge amount of DLC apart from Ranger Mode that was added later. Ranger Mode is included in all of them from the start. For